So that give and take is what strikes me, because, some people say, oh, well, why do I need to learn how to have a conversation? I do that all the time. But what I find often is that some people pontificate or they don't listen. So how do you define a healthy conversation? Maybe that would be a neat thing to add to this discussion.
Yeah, for sure. All conversations are not created equal, right? Mm-hmm. We've all been in a conversation where we've lost track of time. We come away and we're so inspired. Maybe we think about things for days. By the way, they can also be really difficult conversations that make us think of things for days in a moment, right? I might be really defensive if you give me some feedback on something, but I might think about it a day or two later and come to terms with it and really be able to incorporate maybe something very important. Listen, a conversation first starts with listening, right? With being able to really listen in order to place something that you either want to say or that you're hearing the other person share with you. And good conversations are intimate conversations. They're conversations where we are somewhat vulnerable with each other, that we expose something. Because if it's just the rote conversation over time, we know that they actually don't have meaning, or the meaning that they take is, I'm involved in a series of meaningless conversations with you. Oh, and how boring. Right? Or how limiting, or, what does that really mean? In a marriage, it could mean, honestly, the end of a relationship, because we're starting to say the same things without ever listening to each other. And we're starting to have the same reactions every day to each other. And over time, that can just solidify into a really difficult conversation where maybe earlier on, it would have been great to just open it up a little bit and bring a little more health, which is what you asked. Health is space, right? Health is the ability to speak to what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, without thought of reprisal, right? Losing face or losing the relationship. So health really is that holistic view that there's enough space for you and me.
And I like what you're saying, because it's about building trusting, safe environments for people to exchange ideas. And we have a situation in our country right now where there's a huge political divide, and we're no longer having conversations that are civil. Civil conversations have gone away. And before, when you had a difference of opinion, you could each share that. And then we could say, okay, we don't agree here. We can agree to disagree. But we also realize we still, love our children, love our parents, love our community, that we can still find things that are the same. And so how do you find that balance between allowing your vulnerability and your true self to show without offending or alienating people who disagree with you? How do you engage in those kinds of conversations?
Well, there are two ways I could react to this. I could say, if I really knew that, but actually we do know some of it. We do know that, in order to have a difficult conversation with someone that you love around something that's so polarized as what's going on in this nation, or other issues that really may be divisive, right? Or full of energy, hard energy, we need to step back and take a breath. Not just head into them without taking the time to really identify in ourselves, what is it why am I vested in this relationship? What do I care about in this relationship? What do we both care about? And how can we take a baby step in engaging in a conversation that allows us to put emphasis where we both agree something is important to us? And by the way, that's not going to go easy. It's going to implode sometimes. You're going to lose your temper. Maybe I might lose mine. We might start criticizing or accusing. These things are part of human nature. Conversations are not neat. And we need to build the capacity that when we have an argument, we come back to it. We take a breather, we come back to it. Maybe we rewind So you can say to me, you know, Maria, when you said that the other day, really, I was deeply offended. But I want to talk to you about it because I'm still vested in our relationship. I still care about you. Okay, well, that's a different invitation than to engage, right? So we go outside and we kind of reflect. I like to say that conversations, we can rewind them. We have the ability to comment on our own behavior. We have the ability to come back and say, can we do this again? Can we try once more? And I think that effort means a lot. Even if we don't get there today, can we move just a little bit closer together?